This is actually Extortion Everywhere. Follow up on last week's stop at the Washington State Patrol in Issaquah. Now I'm in Olympia, where they make the laws, and we're gonna find out why they're not adhering to the law. So can everybody see okay? Give me a thumbs up or a 1. Sorry, zombie. 1, everybody? Everybody good? Great. Thank you. So that's supposedly the building. What's up, Taz? So, we got some extortion vehicles. Today I think I'm going to ask for the chief, who's apparently allowing these illegal vehicles on the road, and find out why they're breaking the law. So we're gonna walk through here. That looks like an unmarked vehicle. I know the last audit I did a horrible job. I'm really disappointed with myself. So I'm going to try to do much better this time. This is Extortion Everywhere. Unmarked. Unmarked. And all these cars have illegal tint, which I hear people getting pulled over all the time for. Every one of them. Unmarked. Who went to jail? I didn't go to jail. So I'm gonna find out where the entrance to the public lobby is. Yeah, I will. believe the entrance is up here. Yeah, I'm not smoking. Is this building empty or what the hell's going on here? Building seems to be empty. This is where Google Maps puts it at. There's our wonderful state building. That'll be next. You're right, Tommy. No markings on the buildings to say whether it's state patrol or Republic. Do me a favor, can you look up the Washington State Patrol in Olympia and give me the exact address? Google Maps is wrong. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna go in here and ask. Republic, are you there? Yes.
An update. Trooper Arctic with me. He's gonna head up, and my sergeant, I'm pretty sure he'd be more than happy to talk to you.
Great.
And just being a good moment.
All right, no problem. I'm getting service out here, but not as soon as I walk through these doors.
Really?
Anything? I'm actually waiting for a sergeant to come down and speak with me. Alright guys, I'm gonna stay outside because I cannot get service in there. Is anybody still here? Republic, are you here? The sergeant's gonna come down and talk to me outside. Anybody here? Text something. Let me know. You guys able to get anything? This is horrible. Republic, are you there? Q&A, anybody? I'm not getting any text chat. you're there, can you text me just on the phone to let me know that you are getting this. And that I'm just not seeing the text. Sorry about the wait, guys. Okay, I'm just not. Okay.
And my sergeant wasn't available. So
Okay.
the lieutenant is down here, but he cannot come outside until he has his hat on. So if you'd like to come inside, he can talk to you now, or it'll be a moment.
Oh, it might. Okay, I'll hang out here because the second I walk through there, I lose all
You really
my
have no signal
nothing
at all inside. You can't.
Zero. It just disconnects
Oh really?
the second I walk through the door. I appreciate it. And tell them
thought you
I'm
could
sorry
have
too.
some signal right inside.
Tell them I apologize too. Thank you.
Will do. Thanks, sir.
So apparently they're not allowed to go outside without their hat, and they wanted me to come inside where I don't get service, and this won't be streamed. I just want answers of why they're using these vehicles. It's not rocket science. The law says no. They say yes. Traffic control. Traffic control is... We all know what traffic control is and traffic enforcement is. They're two different steps. They're two different levels. Apples and oranges. So... This sucks. I can't see your guys' chat, but maybe later. It's a beautiful day here in Olympia. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. I'm at the Olympia, Washington State Patrol main office for the state. And here to do a First Amendment audit and to find out why they're breaking the law and using unmarked vehicles for traffic infractions and traffic law enforcement. Waiting for a lieutenant to come out. If you guys are chatting on here, I don't know why, but I can't see the chats. Show you some of the building while I'm out here. All right. Thank you, Republic. That was my sister sending me a text letting me know the RCW signals and flashers represent traffic control. Again, I'm sorry for the wait, guys. Alright. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Republic. Now I can see the text. Thank you. Somebody want to text something so I can see it? One. I got that. But I think I have to press it every time. Thank you, Q&A. Thank you, Doug. Alright, here we go. This isn't Q&A. This is Extortion Everywhere. But thank you, High Desert. I'm currently waiting for a lieutenant. Hey, what's up? Waiting for a lieutenant to come down and speak to me. I'm not getting any cell service inside the building, so I have to have him meet me outside. So that's why I'm waiting outside. I think they're taking their time on purpose here. Yeah, I'm sure they are too. No, the complaint's coming after this. My goal is today to go to the state building and get to legislate, and then go to the state attorney's office and file complaints. Sorry to make you guys wait. Yes, thank you, QA. Yeah, I know, Republic. I wasn't going to go to the Attorney General. I know the Attorney General won't do anything. That's why I want to go to the state's attorney's office. They're putting the citizens of Washington in harm's way. Oh, here he is. Hello, Lieutenant.
Hi, how are you, sir?
Sorry to make you come outside.
You're okay, Ron Kessler.
John.
Hi, John. What can I do for you?
Now, my biggest concern is the laws stating Washington State vehicles driving unmarked vehicles for traffic enforcement.
Yes.
Or for law enforcement.
Yep.
When I went to the Issaquah office, he highlighted the traffic control are exempt. Yes, please.
Okay, yeah.
He highlighted the traffic control are
exactly.
exempt. Okay, what is the difference between traffic control and traffic enforcement and law enforcement?
I wouldn't say there is a difference. I'd say it's all combined. So the Washington State Patrol is one of our main focuses on law enforcement is traffic safety and the motoring public and patrol on the highways. So that's a traffic control situation. So state patrol cars are exempt because of this subsection here, where the governor has given the Washington State Patrol chief the authority to make those decisions. So our chief has elected to allow us to patrol in unmarked vehicles.
But
you can have that back.
Yeah, okay, I got a few copies of it.
Yeah.
But the traffic control, wouldn't that be for like construction zones? Say a light goes out and they're controlling the traffic. Wouldn't control mean making traffic move, traffic control, and not traffic law enforcement?
So that's up for interpretation. So the law states that it's for traffic control purposes, right? And so the way that the governor has read that is that he's allowed the chief of the state patrol to mark his vehicles however he deems appropriately.
Okay, well, wouldn't you also agree that the law was put on the books for the public safety, that anybody can buy anybody can get a badge, anybody can buy a uniform online these days? There's lots of videos out there of people doing this, stealing, extorting, robbing, even murdering people and pulling them over. That is why the law was created, so that the citizens of Washington State are safe and that there is transparency. The transparency should be that the vehicle is marked and that we know who we're being pulled over by and what for. Wouldn't you agree?
So you've made a couple statements in there. First, I just have to tell you that impersonating a law enforcement officer in the state of Washington is illegal. So there's laws against that, right?
Oh, yes, there is.
So we have to follow those laws. So people are not allowed to impersonate a law enforcement officer for some of the very reasons that you just stated, for the safety and concerns for our folks, right? But again, the state of Washington is allowed to mark its fleet however possible. Now, those that do traffic law enforcement are going to be dressed in a uniform similar to this. Yeah. They're going to identify themselves, if necessary, with a badge, with a commission card, with things that identify them as a law enforcement officer on behalf, acting under the authority of the Washington State Patrol. So for a citizen, they have the right to call 911. They have the right to ask for credentials of the officer. And there, our regulation manual states that our officers will identify themselves when asked.
Okay, and all right, let's go back to that. I was in Everett 3 weeks ago, and I was witnessing 2 unmarked Washington State Patrol vehicles conducting a DUI test. I didn't make any contact with the officers. The officer made contact with me.
Okay.
I asked for her name and badge number. She refuses, says that I'm not part of the scene. I said, your policy requires you to give me your name and badge number. No, it doesn't. Wouldn't speak another word to me.
Okay.
I said, do I need to take this up with your supervisor? Well, my supervisor is right behind me in the other unmarked vehicle. So I get the supervisor. I need her name and badge number. He says, I need your ID. I said, have you suspected me of committing a crime? He says, no, but I need your ID to get her name and badge number. I said, that's not how the policy works. Your policy is you're driving 2 unmarked vehicles. Who knows who you are? You just kidnapped this guy. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know that you're a police officer. I don't know, probably you are. You're dressed, in a Washington State uniform. But like I said, you can get that online. You can get all this stuff online, and make it look good. That's why the laws are there to protect us. That's why these laws were created, so that people weren't being kidnapped and extorted and robbed and everything else. That's why. And I'm trying to get Washington State Patrol to adhere to the law, because traffic control and traffic law enforcement are 2 completely different things. Traffic control is way different than traffic law enforcement. And it's like having an apple and an orange. And, if I have to go to higher levels, the chief, the state's attorney's office, the legislator, then that's where I need to go. And that's what I'm trying to find out, is that not all the officers are going with your policy of stating, of identifying and giving up their information. And that makes it difficult for the citizens as well. You understand what I mean?
Oh, I understand what you're saying. Did you have a question for me? Because you just...
Yeah, I just rambled off a lot of stuff, but
right.
The policy is that you do require, when asked, to give up your name and badge number when requested, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
So if you have a complaint that you'd like to lodge, I'd be happy to take your name, your phone number, and I can pass that on to folks who will then look into that. I can't answer to those things that you brought up because I don't know the facts, I don't know the details.
Yeah, it's
but
online.
If you have a complaint, then by all means, I'd love to have somebody take a look at that for you.
Okay. Well, and I've already filed a complaint against that already.
Well, then it'll go through the process, and whatever happens from that will happen.
Yeah, police policing themselves, but that doesn't go far. I know that.
I would disagree with you there, because I worked in our Office of Professional Standards, and about 85% of the time, we find that our officers do things the correct way. But in those other cases where we find that there's acts of wrongdoing, they're held accountable for their actions.
Oh, I hope they are.
Inside the State Patrol, most of our complaints come from within, which means we self-report or we identify things that we have seen as behavior being unacceptable for being a Washington State Patrol trooper or employee, and then we'll address those concerns.
Okay.
So that does happen.
Okay.
And we have statistics on that. I'd be happy to put you in contact with our Office of Professional Standards if you want to gather more information on it.
I could do a public request on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
You certainly can, and you'll see all the statistics.
Okay.
Ask for our annual report.
Report.
It talks about all of the investigations that we've done as an agency on our folks. Anytime there is an accusation of wrongdoing on department policy.
Great. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you.
Okay, one more thing before you go. I know you had said that you don't agree with the law. And by all means, I recommend that you contact your legislators, because those are our lawmakers. They're the ones that dictate what we can and can't do. And so if you disagree with those things, by all means contact them. That's the only way that citizens can make a difference in our communities, is contacting those who have authority to make those decisions.
And I agree with that, but I really think that Washington State the chief of the Washington State Patrol is misinterpreting the reading of the law.
Okay.
Because everybody says that I'm misinterpreting. I've read this law front to back, every subsection, everything.
Okay.
And traffic control is way different than traffic enforcement. And that's where the exemption is the chief can allow traffic control, which, like I said, would be construction zones, moving people along, funeral brigades, that kind of thing.
Well, I get your point. We'll have to agree to disagree, because your interpretation is different than the way the chief of the State Patrol interprets it.
Okay, then I need to go to the legislative and the state's attorney's office.
By all means, that's what I recommend. Well,
I appreciate your time and you being professional.
All right.
Thank you. I'm sorry to make you come out here, but I have no cell service. And what's your name and badge number?
Kessler. 44 is my badge number.
44?
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you, sir.
All right. Take care. Have a great day.
Your name and badge number, sir?
Jeb Jewell, sir.
Jeb Jewell?
1234.
1234. That's easy. And ma'am?
Kelsey Harding, I'm 718.
Thank you. You guys have a good day.
All right, take care.
Be safe. Thanks. Alright guys, I know I did a lot of rambling on in there, but I'm not going to get anything, I don't think, unless I go to legislative or the state's attorney's office, because they're reading the law incorrectly. Not very explosive. They were nice. Better than the state patrolman last week. I didn't want to be rude to them, and I wasn't licking boots, but yeah, I don't think it mattered what I said. Oh, I'm sure the state's attorney will, but I need somebody to actually interpret the law correctly. Thank you, Southside. I'm trying to be polite, not licking boots. My next step, I'm gonna end this live chat, and I'm actually gonna go to the state building and do some research and find out where my next step is, because this isn't working. You know, the cops playing, and it's not right. They're missing. I think they're just saying what they want the law to be. And my picture froze. So guys, I'm going to end this for now. Thank you for being here. I might go on live again in a few minutes. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.